Grass cutting, power washing, and more. Madewell Services also provides professional cleaning services for your home or office, moving in or out service, party cleanups, weekly cleanings, and junk removal. Licensed and insured for peace of mind. Call Madewell Services today at 724-912-1805. That's 724-912-1805 for a free estimate.
So what's the difference between the sheds I see in the parking lot of the big box stores and a professionally built and installed JDM structure shed from Ultimate Structures? Good question. First, the manufacturer, JDM Structures, is one of the premier shed builders in business for 34 years. They use composite materials for the exterior with baked-on paint. This ensures you'll have an extended lifespan for your shed. And listen to this. 75% of Ultimate Structures orders are personally designed to satisfy the customer's needs. That's right. And the turnaround time for a custom designed shed is no longer than just buying a stock shed. Compare the roof designs, the superior piano door hinges, the quality of the wall panels, and personal customer service. You'll see. Come to the Mega Lot on Route 51 South, just outside Perryopolis. You need a shed? We can help. We design what you desire. Ultimate Structures.
Do you need a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services is here for you, offering new PA and West Virginia plates and ready to assist with your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, and ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. Serving Fayette County and all surrounding areas. Open weekdays from 10 to 8:30 and Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield. Call 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Wind, hail, sudden leaks. When your roof takes a beating, we're here for you at AR Roofing and Remodeling. We're a locally and veteran-owned contractor available 24/7 for repairs. As an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor, we get the job done right. Call 724-550-3064 or visit arremodels.com for your free estimate.
AR Roofing, never settle.
Are you considering a project design and don't know where to start? K2 Engineering offers a wide range of professional civil, architectural, and municipal services to meet your individual project needs. Our versatility, combined with our personalized approach, is what sets us apart as a full-service engineering and consultation firm. To learn more about our services, please visit us on the web at www.k2engineering.net. K2 Engineering, where customer service is our priority.
For funeral services from pre-need to at-need, burial or cremation, call Gates Funeral Home and Crematory, located at 136 North Gallatin Avenue in a beautifully restored historic home. Family owned and operated by Rick Gates, former Brownsville resident and Guyville alumni, the Gates Funeral Home and Crematory offers warmth, convenience, affordability, and ample parking. With a knowledgeable funeral director and compassionate staff, the Gates family and the Gates Funeral Home and Crematory are ready to assist you.
Having Hicks & Baugh's drugstore in Uniontown means reliable, quality, and friendly service. Pharmacists Stephen Harper and Seth Miller are ready to answer your health questions and handle all your prescriptions. They offer free delivery, mail-out service, and accept all utility payments, all part of their good neighbor way of doing business. Visit Hicks & Baugh's at 304 Morgantown Street in Uniontown or call 724-437-2828. Open Monday to Friday, 9 to 6, and Saturday until 3.
Your local station, WMVS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is open conversation today, 724-438-4593. Give me a call. Both lines are open. Looking forward to chatting with you. We can chat about whatever you want to talk about or off of the list that I'll be talking about shortly. Hey, What's on Your Mind? Brought to you by AR Roofing and Remodeling, Bright Stripe Steel Coating and Line Striping, Madewell Services, full lawn care and cleaning services, K2 Engineering, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, Hicks and Boss Drugstore, and Gary's Auto Sales. All righty. So, well, I mean, you heard Brian say it on the news. No Powerball winner last night. So the 8th largest in Powerball history will go off tomorrow night again with a grand prize of $975 million. That's the annuity option. The take-home cash bundle, $422.3 million. So that's getting up there a little bit, huh? You might be able to have a little bit of fun with those winnings. Let's see here. This is a big one here. And senators on the Hill are starting to call for special investigation into this. Texts that have been released from the government-supplied cell phone of Dr. Anthony Fauci. One of the tests, or one of the texts, was a conversation between Anthony Fauci, then CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky, and Dr. Vivek Murthy, where Dr. Fauci expresses his concerns about the mRNA vaccine with pregnant women, saying that with the, and I forget the exact term, but some kind of storm that was being reported in some patients after taking the second COVID shot could possibly harm the baby in first trimester for pregnant women. So he was expressing concerns about women pregnant women in their first trimester taking the vaccine. Publicly, though, he was pushing for it, saying, oh, it's perfectly fine, it's safe, and in some cases, mandated to take this vaccine. So I don't know about you, but that's a little disturbing. That's a little disturbing. So again, some are pushing for an independent investigation now. Let's see here. What else? Hey, former President Biden's prostate cancer has spread, according to his son, Hunter Biden. It's metastasized and now is into his bones and has gone further that he is in pain every day. Hunter Biden wishes his dad had just slowed down, but yet his dad insists on keeping a schedule of some kind and even doing speeches and whatnot. But I'm sorry to hear that, and I hope they're able to bring it under control somehow and hopefully at least remission. What else? Excuse me. The state of California. So, how to put this? Why have prison sentences when California is poised to do this? A new parole board is suggesting a new policy to open a path for parole to those that have been sentenced to life in prison. In most cases, those sentenced to life in prison would have been eligible for the death penalty in the first place. But California has pretty much, not that they've outlawed the death penalty in California, but they're just not enforcing it at all. Governors are refusing to sign any death warrants in California. So, in lieu of that, sentences are coming down life in prison without the possibility of parole. But this new parole board policy is paving a path for that to actually happen. So serial killers are theoretically going to be allowed back on the streets through this. So why even have the sentence in the first place? So your thoughts there. The war with Iran and negotiations. So one of the things that Iran is wanting is for the U.S. to pay to rebuild Iran, for because of the bombings. So you bombed us, you fix it, type of thing. Well, President Trump has kind of turned tables a little bit, and he's now telling his negotiating team, says, well, if they bring it back up, I want you to bring up the fact that we're going to want compensation now for all of our soldiers that were killed by Iranian bombs. And also we want the families of Iranian citizens that were killed by the government. We want their families compensated too. So we'll see what happens with all of that. We got preseason football. Steelers still in camp. They host the Packers for their first preseason game this Thursday at Acrisure Stadium. You'll be able to catch that game here on WMBS, by the way. The game starts at 7 with a kickoff at 7, pregame at 6. Pirates are back in action tonight as they travel to Florida to take on the host Miami Marlins, or Florida Marlins, 6:15 pregame, 6:40 6:40 first pitch. So that's the sports going on. We've also got college football is starting up with their camps. So Penn State with a new head coach. West Virginia with Rich Rodriguez back for his second time, and in the second year of his second stint in West Virginia. So we shall, be very soon be inundated with a lot of football, not to mention high school football as well. So that's kind of it on my list. If there's something else you wish to chat about, by all means, give me a buzz. For you car enthusiasts, so yesterday in the 2 o'clock hour, we had Joe Thurby of Thurby's Ford on, and he, the good news that Ford Motor Company rated number one by J.D. Powers and in customer service and quality of their cars and everything. And so congratulations to Ford on that. But one thing Mr. Thurby mentioned yesterday, that Ford is coming out with a 4-door Mustang. Yes, a 4-door Mustang. So for you car enthusiasts, what say you on that? I personally, I can't wrap my head around it. I just can't. The Mustang 2-door has, not that it's, the shape has stayed the same since 1964, but the same idea for the most part, the same, variations on a theme, I guess. So I'm trying to just picture what a 4-door is going to look like. Now, when off the air, when I brought this up with Joe, he mentioned that Dodge came out with, I think it was a 4-door Challenger, or 4-door Charger or Challenger, a couple years back. And I honestly don't remember that. I don't. I was never a Dodge guy. I was never a Mopar guy. So, those cars didn't really stick in my memory, but the Ford Mustang does. When they came out the E-Mach, the Mach-E, or however they, the electric Mustang, just doesn't look anything like a Mustang to me. So I'm just wondering how a four-door is going. So your thoughts? Again, you car aficionados, what's a four-door Mustang? I mean, can you wrap your head around it? Joe Thurby says, hey, as the Mustang owners get older, have grandkids, they want to drive their grandkids around, but a two-door, it's really not good for car seats or anything like that, and I will have to agree with him on that. But they still want to drive a Mustang, so, okay, I understand the argument. I just still can't wrap my head around a four-door Mustang. I don't know. I haven't gone looking to see what, they're projecting it to look like. I guess I'll have to wait and see before I pass final judgment. But right now, I just, I can't. They're at one point, and I have seen pictures of and this was just a concept car. It never went anyplace, but it was a Mustang station wagon. Yeah. So, I mean, it kept the shape, the front end anyway. So, I don't know. Maybe if they do that with this four-door, okay. Well, who knows? Maybe. All right, 724-438-4593. Both lines are open. What else do you want to chat about? Huh? The temperature has dropped from, it was rather warm over the weekend, this past weekend. And we're down to 69 degrees right now. It's cooled off immensely with the rain that has come through the region. And I believe we've got rain scheduled through tomorrow as well. So I don't know what that does temperature-wise. Maybe we just kind of hold it at where we are for the next few days. So, but anyway, there's that we can chat about. 724-438-4593. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind. Oh, wait, that button didn't push. Why is that button not going? Come on, button. It's not working. We're going to try this. My phone's not working. My phone won't let me go to this caller. Why is that not taking place? There we go. We got it now. Okay, well, hello. Welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Good afternoon, Russ. This is Jesse.
Hey, Jesse, how are you?
You having problems with your controls down there?
Yeah, there was a button that hadn't been pushed that needed to be pushed. I didn't realize that.
It must be that new intern, Brian, down there.
It must be. It must be.
Yeah, it must be him.
Yes.
I just want to talk about the Thurby. Thurby family's a wonderful family. I've known them for years.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll always be Joey to me.
Okay.
Always Joey.
Gotcha.
But anyway, they're wonderful people, and I bought a car from them before, but they're wonderful people. Are you still talking about the WNBA?
I didn't bring it up today, but we can certainly talk about it.
Well, you was bringing it up yesterday, and that's what last I heard of. I didn't hear you early on. But anyway, this is ridiculous. I mean, these guys who think they're ladies, they're like over 6 feet and 240 pounds or more.
Yep.
Yeah, they said that on the news. These guys are that heavy. I mean, you're asking for severe career-ending injuries for these girls if they let them play.
Well, I think that's part of the point they're trying to make.
Yeah, that is the point.
These NBA players former NBA players that have said they're making themselves eligible for the draft. Yeah.
How could they be that stupid to let this happen?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these girls can't play alongside these guys.
Uh-huh.
It's ridiculous. But, they should, if they want to play basketball and they're done with the NBA, they can always go European basketball.
Well, yeah.
maybe.
But you know what though, Jesse, European basketball is right up there with the NBA anymore.
I know. Hey, my cousin used to play. He graduated. He played in the early '80s for Ohio State. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ohio State, early '80s. Then he went to Switzerland and played.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played for a team in Switzerland.
Sure.
But anyway, it's just a stupid thing. I mean, I met one of the stars of the WNBA.
Mm-hmm.
You know Susie McConnell Serio?
Sure. Sure.
All right, she was a big star in that league.
And
also,
let's start. First, she was Central Catholic High School.
Yeah. Right.
Then she was a college star. She was on the Olympic team, I believe, that won gold.
One gold.
Yep.
You know it.
Yep. When her playing days were over, she went back into coaching.
She played for a team. She played for a team called the Rockets. So now, what town is that from? Rockets.
That I don't know. I mean, in the NBA, it's the Houston Rockets, but as for the WNBA,
I
don't know.
But the ladies, I can't remember what city that was when she played, but I know she played for the Rockets. But anyway, yeah, I did meet her in person, and she's not a big lady. She's a tiny girl.
Sure.
And it's ridiculous to think that these guys want to play alongside them.
Well, I don't think Jesse, I don't think they seriously want to play.
They're just looking for publicity.
Well, no, they're trying to make a point because the WNBA is not taking a stand on this.
Well, they should.
So, and that's it. So, if you're not going to make a stand on this WNBA, if you're going to say it's, the league is for women players, but you're not going to say what a woman is. Well, I'm going to call myself a woman. I'm going to identify as a woman, and I'm going to now play, make myself available for the draft.
Why don't they just start a trans league?
Well,
how about that? Huh?
Well, you're not the first one to come up with that.
Yeah.
Or just a mixed league. How about that? Go with the mixed league so that way you're not. Yeah.
Make everybody happy.
Yes.
But anyway, that's all I got about that.
Okay.
Hey, you take care, Russ.
Hey, thanks for your call, Jesse. I appreciate it.
Have a good afternoon. Bye.
You too. Bye-bye. 724-438-4593. Both lines are now open. So let me see. I'm bringing up a little information about Susie McConnell Serio here. See if we can find out exactly who she played for. Oh, well, the Cleveland Rockers is who she played for from 98 to 2000. So how's that for you? All right. And then she went back. Well, actually, before that, during that time, she coached at Oakland, back at Central Catholic. Oakland, not Central Catholic, Oakland Catholic High School. She played for the Rockers from 1998 to 2000, and she coached from 1991 to 2003. And then she coached in the WNBA for 3 years, then at Duquesne, then at Pitt. So there you go. Head coaching record of 190 wins, 155 losses. So, okay. So that was Susie McConnell Serio. What was that? Let's see. Find out here. I know she was not tall by any stretch of the imagination. Let's see if I can find out what her height was. And that I don't, I'm not seeing anything right now offhand as far as how tall she was, or is, I should say. She's still with us. So, okay. Yeah, I just think these two former NBA players, and one was a first-round pick. I'm not sure about the other one. I don't think they have any intention in playing in the WNBA. But they're just trying to they're part of, hey, women's sports is for women. And the WNBA should be strictly biological women. And I can't say that they're wrong on that. You know, women's basketball, NCAA, should be women, biological women. Girls' high school basketball should be biological girls, without a doubt. And I think they're just trying to make a point on all of this. Hey, got to take a quick little break. When we come back, both lines are open. 724-438-4593.
It's the perfect time to upgrade your outdoor area with a new fence from All Around Fence Company, conveniently located on Route 40 in Uniontown. All Around Fence has been installing quality residential, commercial, and farm fencing for more than 46 years. Offering residential fencing including chain link, decorative aluminum, steel, and more, All Around Fence has the fence for you. All Around Fence is also your one-stop shop for Neutrina products and carries Weaver equine and livestock supplies and Preferred farm equipment. So, if you need to upgrade an existing fence, add a new gate, or are considering the installation of new farm fencing, visit All Around Fence, open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 5 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 to 1, or give them a call at 724-439-0331. To learn more, visit allaroundfence.com.
Is it time for your first home? Or time to trade up to a home that fits your lifestyle? It's time to visit Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. You'll find special savings along with trade-in and trade-up deals. Imagine beautiful, new, energy-efficient homes packed with the features you've been dreaming about. Trade in and trade up at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon, 4500 PA 51. Trade-in value toward purchase of a new home determined by resale value and evaluation by home center manager. Additional deposit may be required.
Mountaintop Title and Notary can handle all of your motor vehicle and PennDOT needs, such as titles, plates, renewal, registrations, and all notary needs. Tina Nicholson of Mountaintop Title and Notary can also handle ATV and boat titles, and also does income taxes. Hours are Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 4:30, and appointments can be made for after hours and Saturdays. Mountaintop Title and Notary with a new location at 655 Nelson Road in Farmington, the only place you need to go for all title, notary, and tax work. Call Tina at 724-984-1514 for the most professional services around.
He noticed that the lymph node right outside of the gallbladder also didn't look right.
When David Koslow needed surgery, Brandon Ball, MD, Chief of Surgery at WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, recognized something concerning and took action.
Now, if it wasn't for Dr. Ball, I really don't think I would be here today.
Stories like David's are why we're in medicine. Learn more about our surgical services at wvumedicine.org/Uniontown.
Hello, I'm attorney Jeremy Davis from the law firm of Davis & Davis. We have been helping the great people of Fayette County for over 45 years with personal injury claims. If you are hurt or injured, call our law firm for your free consultation. The insurance companies are not on your side. Call us today at 724-437-2799. Either myself or an attorney from our office will personally come out and meet with you. If you're in an accident or hurt, call us at Davis & Davis, 724-437-2799 for your free consultation. Let us fight for you.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the better business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
WNBS.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ, your host. It is Open Conversation. 724-438-4593. Both lines are open, so give me a buzz. Looking forward to hearing from you. So, hey, I also heard, maybe you can fill me in on this. I just caught a little bit with Brian on the news that the Steelers brought in a couple other wide receivers for camp. Is that because of injuries? Is it just, I don't know, maybe they're having troubles deciding which quarterbacks to keep. So maybe it's bringing in more receivers so the quarterbacks get more reps. Maybe that's it. You know what? And I'm okay with that. If they're having a hard time deciding, I mean, Aaron Rodgers, that's a gimme. He's on. But they're not going to keep all four. Somebody's got to go. That's a good dilemma to have. So hopefully, when it comes time to choosing, they choose wisely, right? So there's that. All right. So if you have any more insight, please give me a buzz out there. Holding at 69 degrees. So I know it's kind of wet outside, and it's you take your chances as to whether you're going to get rained on today. But so make sure you have an umbrella and get outside, get some fresh air out there. It does wonders. It honestly does. So there's that. Okay. I'm just floored though by this new policy that the parole board in California is working on and trying to move forward with. Now, they're being sued. I will tell you that. They're being sued. Apparently, this, according to the plaintiffs in this dispute, what the parole board is trying to do goes against the state constitution. So that's one thing on their side. But what I'm just trying to figure out how do you go from somebody who normally would be eligible for the death penalty? How do you go from that to, well, you know what? Life in prison really isn't life in prison. We'll figure out a way to get them back on the streets. The victims and the families of the victims. When these felons were found guilty, sentenced to life in prison without possibility of parole, there had to have been a sense of closure, finality, relief, knowing that these monsters were being taken off the streets never to return. Knowing that they would be safe, at least from this person. And now having to deal with the possibility of that person being put out on the streets again. And I don't care how old they are. I don't care if they're 80 years old when they're released. It doesn't matter. Just knowing they're back on the streets, to me, would be disconcerting. It would be. It's now, okay, do I need to start looking over my shoulder again? I just don't understand. You know what? California truly is a beautiful state. If you've never been to California, just for the scenery, you don't know what you're missing. It's got everything. Mountains, mountain lakes, huge mountains, I might add. Deserts, beaches. Forests with the redwoods. It truly is a beautiful, beautiful state. But some of these policies, no wonder people are leaving the state of California. No wonder. So I don't know how this ends up. I honestly don't. Because it's California. Who knows? So your thoughts on that? I mean, how would you react? You know, I to the best of my knowledge, I don't know anybody that has been a victim of a horrendous crime. And I don't know how I would honestly feel if I knew of a, you know, if I was somehow related, either through strong friendship or family, whatever it was, to a victim, and the person that caused them harm was to be let out. I don't know how I would react to all that. I can tell you how I'm reacting now, and I think it's disgusting. I think it's wrong. Why have these sentences in the first place? I don't know if it's part of, you know, the Democratic Socialists of America. If you go look on their platform online, they want to get rid of jails, prisons. Is this policy in California that's being worked on, is trying to be implemented? Is that because of DSA? I don't know. I don't know. But it sure ties into, it seems, what DSA wants. And I hope American voters see through everything and come to their senses. Because I can't imagine this platform of the DSA being implemented. It just makes absolutely no sense. And I mentioned this to Bill yesterday on the radio. When is the Democratic Party going to step up and start saying, no, they are not part of the Democratic Party. They're hijacking our party. Their beliefs are not our beliefs. Their platform is not our platform. When are the Democrats? When are the leadership? And that leadership has got to include Chuck Schumer, the Senate Minority Leader. It's got to include Hakeem Jeffries, the House Minority Leader. It's got to. When are they going to speak up? It's got to include. I'm sorry. It's got to include Democratic leaders from across the country. Josh Shapiro, Gavin Newsom in California, Governor Pritzker in Illinois, Kathy Hochul from New York State, former Governor Cuomo of New York. He's speaking up. But it's not enough. It's got to be everybody. You know what? Let the DSA have their platform. Let them have their ideas. But do it through your own party. So I come back to when is Democrat leadership? Are they so concerned about getting back into the majority that they don't care who carries that D next to their name on the ballot? Is that it? Because I'll tell you what, if the Democrats do get the majority back in this fall's election, I guarantee you Hakeem Jeffries will not be the leader in the House. He will not be Speaker of the House, and Chuck Schumer will not be the Senate Majority Leader. They're not going to be it. They're going to come up. It's going to be kind of like England with forming coalitions within the Democrat Party. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Yeah, this is a pawpaw lady.
Hey, Pawpaw Lady, we got just a minute or two. I got to get to a break.
Okay, well, this is going to take a little bit longer than a minute. You want me to wait through the break?
Yeah, why don't you do that, and we'll just go to our break right now.
That'll work.
All righty, so that's what we're going to do, everybody. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll chat with Pawpaw Lady for a little bit. This is What's on Your Mind. More to come after this.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at garysautosales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
Bright Stripe, Bay County's premier asphalt seal coating professionals, locally owned by Matt and Lexi George. Bright Stripe specializes in residential and commercial asphalt seal coating, also excelling in line striping and layouts, thermoplastic, and infrared asphalt repair. Bright Stripe has succeeded due to their commitment to quality work for 30 years. Bright Stripe, 724-437-6090, or visit bright-stripe.com. BRITE-stripe.com.
Wind, hail, sudden leaks. When your roof takes a beating, we're here for you at AR Roofing and Remodeling. We're a locally and veteran-owned contractor available 24/7 for repairs. As an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor, we get the job done right. Call 724-550-3064 or visit arremodels.com for your free estimate.
AR Roofing, never settle.
Does your car sound like it's saying,
Trade me in! Trade me in!
every time you start it up? Well, go to Ford of Uniontown and trade it in. That's right, your Uniontown Ford dealer is ready to assist you with a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV purchase. Ford of Uniontown has all the deals, all the inventory, and they are ready to deal. It has never been a better time to buy a Ford. Service is their top priority. No matter where you purchase your Ford car or truck, Ford of Uniontown will be happy to service it for you. They offer Ford-trained technicians, Ford-certified parts and service, 1-year, 12,000-mile parts warranties, and new state-of-the-art service equipment. Call or stop in today to see the hometown service of Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 West across from Applebee's. So listen to your car the next time you hear it say,
Trade me in! Trade me in!
Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 at the top of the hill.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borge Jr.
If it's time for a change of decor at your home, let the trained staff at Chesler's Fine Furniture work their magic. The August store-wide furniture clearance is going on now. There are no gimmicks involved, just great value and old-fashioned service. Chesler's offers the finest in name-brand furnishings by famous makers, plus accent pieces and wall decor that will underline your unique sense of style. You'll find items such as genuine Lazy Boy rocker recliners for $429, 5-piece dining room sets starting at $599. For the family room, there are reclining sofas from $799 and up, with matching reclining love seats and recliners. For the formal living room, there are sofas starting at $499. Don't forget the bedding department, all mattress sets reduced. Every piece of bedroom furniture, every piece of living room furniture and dining room furniture, and every piece of furniture at Chesler's will be discounted.
WNBS.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind, Open Conversation, 724-438-4593. Let's get that back to Pawpaw Lady. Hello, Pawpaw Lady. How are you?
All right. I just was listening a little bit earlier, and talking about how these Democrat socialists or whatever, I think a lot of those, because I know a lot of the younger generations, 20 and 30 ages, grew up in what I call the participation trophy era. You get a trophy for just being there, or playing the sports. So they learn that you can do nothing and get something. Things come for free. And I think so they're really wanting all this free stuff that the DSA is pushing. And then they don't realize that even though maybe they're employed, their taxes are paying for that. And it's not just the rich people, because as much free stuff as they want to get out, who's going to pay for it? They're thinking, that communism is so great, but they don't look back to the McCarthyism era whenever they were pointing out all the terrible stuff that communists do. They want our country to turn communist. They want Sharia law, all this stuff that's not good for our country. So what countries have actually benefited or profited from being communist or ruled by Sharia law?
Yeah, I can't think of any.
But that's what they want our country to turn into. So, I mean, I'm glad that we still have a Second Amendment.
Oh, absolutely. And so Abdul Al-Shayed, the Democrat nominee for Senate in Michigan, and a tape has surfaced where he says he wants to do away with the Second Amendment. So, more proof that this is the direction that the DSA wants to take us. Although he claims he's not DSA. I don't believe it.
If you look at the countries that do not have the Second Amendment, look how well the Muslim invasion is doing in their countries. Great Britain does not have, the ability to own firearms. So they arrested a guy the other day who bought a baseball bat at a store to play baseball. They took him down in the street. So you can't even defend yourself over there, but the Islamic immigrants or invaders, whatever you want to call them, they're carrying knives, and they're allowed to because it's for their religious purposes. So if we ever get taken over by these terrible organizations that are showing themselves to be such wonderful people, hopefully we will still be able to keep our Second Amendment rights, and if we can't, well, from my cold, dead hand.
Yeah, there you go. Yes, ma'am. So, all right. Well, I don't see the Second Amendment going away anytime soon.
Now, one more comment. He was talking about the sports car going to get 4 doors.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of interesting looking, but like the joke, it says, why doesn't a chicken coop have 4 doors? Because then it would be a sedan.
Okay. All righty.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Okay. Thanks, Papa Lady. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
872-438-4593. We've got about, 30 seconds or so in hour 1 of What's on Your Mind. So give me a buzz still if you want, or better yet, just so we have, we're not time constrained, give me a call next hour, 724-438-4593. We are going to continue with the open conversation next hour, and the phone number is going to stay the same. So you don't have to worry about, memorizing a new number or wasting ink to write down the new number next to your telephone. It's going to stay the same, 724-438-4593. So Fox News is just around the corner, going to give you news from around the world, around the country. And then our latest intern, Brian, he's going to come in here and give you, Brian Morozek, that is. He's going to give you the local news, sports, and weather. This is WMBS Uniontown. Coming up, it is 2 o'clock.
He's homeward bound on Lisa Brady, Fox News. Marine veteran Robert Gilman released by Russia after being held on disputed charges for 4 years. Advocates have said his treatment in a Russian prison has left him gravely ill.
He is now on a State Department aircraft along with his mother and a medical team making a swift journey back to the United States, first to Andrews Air Force Base in Washington, D.C., then ultimately on to Texas, where severe health concerns will be addressed. A statement from a family representative reads, Robert's full medical assessment will be done when he gets back to the U.S., and his family will join him at a U.S. military hospital in Texas as he starts the long road to recovery.
Fox's Molly Line. President Trump posting it's a humanitarian release and that there was no exchange with Russia. Also writing he spoke with Gilman, who requested a cheeseburger. A covert operation to get President Trump out of Turkey after last month's NATO summit because of threats from Iran.
On the day this reportedly happened, the White House made no mention of the threat to the president's life, but they told the press they would be flying along with the president on the old Air Force One, so the new Qatari jet could be shown off to U.S. troops who were stationed in Britain. After boarding in Turkey, the press were told to keep their window shades down, and that is when the Washington Post reports President Trump was taken off that plane, loaded onto a catering truck, and put on another plane, an Air Force C-32A, and, quote, that made Air Force One a decoy with media and some White House staff aboard, the official said.
Fox's Jackie Heinrich at the White House. The president says escalation with Iran remains a possibility, but so does a diplomatic solution.
Currently, the U.S. naval blockade remains in effect, costing the regime hundreds of millions of dollars each day. Still, the Iranians remain defiant as technical talks continue with Oman.
Fox's Trey Yingst in Tel Aviv. In Yemen, at least 6 people reported killed when Iran-backed Houthi rebels fired missiles at a ship. America's listening to Fox News.
When you want the best in town, go to the best in town. Voted best in Fayette for tires and auto repairs, Tireman's Auto Garage doesn't just fix cars, they keep Fayette moving. From brakes, rotors, and oil changes to alignments, state inspections, and quality newer used tires, they do it all, and they do it right the first time. Need tires? Tireman's Auto Garage has them. Need repairs? They handle it. Need it done by people you trust? That's Tireman's. Tireman's is also your go-to spot for golf carts and golf cart accessories. Whether you're looking for a full cart or lift kits, wheels and tires, headlight and taillight kits, they have everything you need. Worried about a tight budget? Don't be. With ASEMA and Snap Leasing, stress-free financing is always available. So when it comes to car repairs, tires, and golf carts, see Kim and Joe at Tireman's Auto Garage at 9 Mill Street in Uniontown. The best in Fayette for tires and auto service.
More details are settled after the latest hearing for the state trial of the man charged with killing a health insurance executive in New York City.
The judge overseeing the New York State case against Luigi Mangione says an overflow courtroom will be added to expand access for the public and press. Mangione's attorneys had asked for more media access following the release of a plan by the court to allow 6 journalists to cover the trial from inside the courtroom, requesting the overflow space and a live stream of the proceedings. There was no discussion during the pretrial hearing of cameras in the courtroom. The judge said the jury, which will be chosen starting September 8th, will be anonymous. Mangione has pleaded not guilty to state and federal charges in the death of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson in Midtown Manhattan in December of 2024. In New York City, Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
A man in Canada is now charged with making a bomb threat against the U.S. consulate in Halifax. The 54-year-old suspect arrested after a vehicle linked to him was found parked near that consulate yesterday with a propane tank and containers believed to contain flammable liquids, though later determined not to be a public safety threat. This follows 2 previous incidents of shots fired at the U.S. consulate in Toronto this year. A hero dog is recovering but also retiring after being shot by a wanted man who failed to show up for court.
A sheriff's canine in Polk County, Florida, is getting a well-earned retirement after surviving being shot by a suspect. Angel Bowers, wanted on a sex offense charge, failed to show up for court. When deputies and a bondsman located him at a tent in the woods, he started shooting, striking the dog known as Ace. Deputies were able to rush Ace to a vet who had to amputate the dog's leg, but Ace survived. Bowers did not. The Wiltsey Family Foundation, which raises money to aid police and firefighters in need, is paying the vet bill.
Fox's Evan Brown in Miami. Stocks remain lower. The Dow's down 104. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News.
Now the local, district, and statewide news. Being brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer. keeping you warm and cozy in winter and cool and comfortable in summer with a quality Bryant gas furnace or air conditioning system. And now the news.
Cloudy skies are still at only 69 degrees at 2:05 p.m. Brian Morozak inside the Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios with your local district and statewide news. We'll have the complete WMBS weather forecast for you after the news report. That includes a flood watch still in effect until 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. An additional rainfall of 2 to 4 inches is possible in isolated areas, which could create some new instances of flash flooding. Keep an eye on those streams and creeks. And court dates have been set for 2 former Laurel Highlands School District teachers charged with allegedly having illegal sexual activity with students. Preliminary hearings for Martin Gaddy and Daniel Servone are scheduled for Wednesday, August 19th at 9 a.m. in Fayette County Court. Both men are facing charges, including sexual contact with a student, corruption of minors, unlawful contact with a minor for the purpose of committing a sexual offense, and other related charges. Meanwhile, a third Laurel Highlands teacher who has not been identified or charged was removed from their teaching position last week by the Laurel Highlands School Board. The board's actions involve allegations dating back to 2009. A train versus pedestrian fatality is under investigation in Hempfield Township. The Westmoreland County Coroner's Office says a man was walking near the Norfolk Southern Railroad tracks around 8:57 Monday night when he was struck by a Norfolk Southern cargo train. The incident happened along Norfolk Southern track number 1 near milepost 320 in Hempfield Township. The coroner's office says the man was a white male, approximately 5'10" and 190 pounds. He was not carrying identification. Authorities are asking for the public's help in identifying the man. Anyone with information is asked to contact Pennsylvania State Police at 724-832-3288. The cause and manner of death remains pending as the investigation continues. WMBS News Time 2:07. Sports and weather on the way next.
439-2323. For 24-hour emergency service, call us when you need. We're Fayette's Heating and Air Conditioning, your service company.
When it's sweltering outside, you'll be cool inside with central air conditioning from Bryant, the people that know cool. And it's easy to have a central air conditioning system installed in your home. Simply call on your Bryant dealer, Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, located near the Laurel Mall on Route 119, north of Uniontown. The phone number is 439-2323. Let Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning rescue you from the sticky, humid summer weather. Remember that number for Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer, 439-2323.
Call Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, 439-2323, 439-2323, 439-2323.
The Pirates hope to get back in the win column tonight. They've lost 5 of their last 6. They'll take on the Miami Marlins. Here's Greg Brown with a preview.
Following Monday's off day, the Pirates get ready to take on the Marlins, the first of a 3-game series Tuesday night in Miami. This is Greg Brown. Hope you'll join us for all the action. Tuesday night, it's Paul Skeens on the mound for Pittsburgh against the Fish. Airtime for the Don Kelly Show is 6:15. It all comes your way right here on your home of the Buccos.
And, of course, we'll have that for you here on WMBS. The Steelers open up the preseason coming up on Thursday, taking on the Green Bay Packers. That'll be a 6 o'clock pregame, 7 o'clock opening kickoff on Thursday night. Weather on the way next.
The local district and statewide news has been brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer. Route 119 north of Uniontown, located near Laurel Mall. Phone 439-2323.
This weather watch is brought to you by Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. Is it time to find a home that fits your lifestyle? Visit Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. You'll find special savings along with beautiful, energy-efficient homes packed with features you've been dreaming about at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon, 4500 PA 51.
Still have that flood watch in effect until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. The revised high at 75 for today with showers and thunderstorms. We might not even get there. We're only currently sitting at 69. Showers and thunderstorms tonight, low of 62. More rain in the area tomorrow. Expected high of 85. Mostly cloudy on Thursday. Showers likely in the afternoon, high of 83. The next clear day with no rain in the forecast Saturday, where we'll see a high of 80. Even more rain likely on Friday. as well. Again, we're at 69 degrees, a couple of showers in the area. Stay tuned. Hour 2 of What's on Your Mind with Russ Rhodes on the way next. I'm Brian Morozek.
This Weather Watch was brought to you by Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. Is it time to find a home that fits your lifestyle? Visit Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. You'll find special savings along with beautiful, energy-efficient homes packed with features you've been dreaming about at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon, 4500 PA 51. Step back in time this Labor Day weekend at the Friendship Hill Association's Whiskey Rebellion Festival, Saturday and Sunday, September 5th and 6th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Friendship Hill National Historic Site on Route 166 in New Geneva. Experience history in a family-friendly setting. Take a self-guided cell phone tour. Watch Albert Gallatin and George Washington discuss the 1791 whiskey excise tax. Was it nasty or necessary? Hear and visit with author Brady Kreitzer on Saturday and historian Tom Karlowicz on Sunday. Enjoy the barbecue buggy and Mama Ruka's old-fashioned sodas and floats. Twice a day, the Park Service's 6-pounder cannon plays the part of the Watermelon Army's Federal Artillery, and it is prepared and fired, too. It's a weekend in our National Historic Site, showing how our local history became national. The Whiskey Rebellion Festival, September 5th and 6th from 11 to 4. Free admission. $1 per car donation appreciated for parking. For more information, visit the Friendship Hill Association Facebook page.
Wind, hail, sudden leaks. When your roof takes a beating, we're here for you at AR Roofing and Remodeling. We're a locally and veteran-owned contractor, available 24/7 for repairs. As an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor, we get the job done right. Call 724-550-3064 or visit arremodels.com for your free estimate.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borge Jr.
Are you considering a project design and don't know where to start? K2 Engineering offers a wide range of professional civil, architectural, and municipal services to meet your individual project needs. Our versatility combined with our personalized approach is what sets us apart as a full-service engineering and consultation firm. To learn more about our services, please visit us on the web at www.k2engineering.net. K2 Engineering, where customer service is our priority.
Come on down to Live Casino this August and get ready to push your luck for the chance to win up to $250,000 cash. Earn entries daily in August. Then be sure to join our drawings on Friday, August 28th and Saturday, August 29th. We will draw 25 winners each day, but only one will take home the $250,000 cash grand prize. Make your play at Live Casino, Route 30 at Westmoreland Mall. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hello, Uniontown and Fayette County. This is Attorney Vince Quattrini of the Quattrini Law Group. Be sure to tune in at 11:25, the first and third Mondays of each month on this station. The Quattrini Law Group attorneys will be providing guidance on what to do when you're injured at work or in a motor vehicle accident. We'll also share tips when applying for Social Security disability benefits, when appealing a veteran service-connected disability claim. We do it every day, all day. You can also set up an appointment in our Uniontown or Somerset office. The consultation's free. Call Quattrini Law Group today at 724-439-8300 or Google Quattrini Law Group. That's 724-439-8300. Have a great day.
Your local station, WMBS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
welcome back to Hour 2 of What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. We are continuing with open conversation this hour, 724-438-4593. Both lines are open, so let's just head straight to the phones, shall we? Hello, welcome to the show.
Yes, is this the WMBS request line?
Hey, Franklin, how are you?
Good. I wanted to request Bob Dylan's "Down in the Flood."
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I'll let our intern Brian know that, and
Yes.
maybe he can track it down.
Give him something to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
You were talking about the Mustang four-door.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Oh,
go ahead.
Well, during the break, I did find a picture of it, and actually, it's not a bad-looking car.
Well, it seems to me the main point is it's a hybrid. Didn't they say it was going to be a hybrid?
Yeah, gas-powered hybrid, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think what they're angling for is a businessman's sports car.
Mm-hmm.
Most businessmen, tend to be a little older and have kids.
Mm-hmm.
So the four-door makes sense, sort of like the Pontiac Bonneville.
Yeah.
I had one. I loved it. Four-doors usually hold the road better, and hybrids have that heavy battery. So they hold the road, and they're not limited like electrics by range. You actually get a huge range with a hybrid because you're not using gas.
Yeah, well, my son has a hybrid Toyota, and he gets better mileage in the city than he does on the highway with it.
Well, yeah, that kinetic energy is stored in the battery, and you can get about 60 miles.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have the range limitations and the problems with recharging. I think it's a great idea. Ford, is the only company making an automobile. Everybody else in the U.S. has gone to hybrids and CRVs or trucks and CRVs, and so they're the last U.S. auto manufacturer, I believe.
You might be
I
right.
could be wrong.
Yeah, I mean, Chevy makes the Corvette, but that's its own special little, subset, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a whole different animal. Looking at California, I'll tell you where I think this all started. You remember the Manson murders?
Sure.
None of those people got the death penalty.
Well, no, they did. They did. I mean, Charles Manson was originally sentenced to death, and I think all of them were. But it was shortly after that California. No, was it California or was it the country outlawed the death penalty?
No, California, because other states have had executions, including Pennsylvania. But yes, you're right. He was convicted and sentenced to death, as were his henchmen who did the murders.
Right.
And we're talking about murdering Sharon Tate, a pregnant woman who's begging for the life of her baby. How heartless does it get? And they were all, kept in prison. I think one is now out on parole. The beauty queen, I can't think of her name offhand, but I think she's out on parole. She served 30 or 40 years. These people, there's no reason society should have kept them, at the public expense for what they did.
Yeah.
I don't think rehabilitation works for people like that. But that's really where it started. California at one time was a Garden of Eden. I don't know if you know this, but in the 60s and into the 70s, if you were a resident, you could go to school for free in the state system. And that was UC Berkeley, UC Davis, UCLA. I think there are 8 or 9 state colleges, some of the best in the world, and it was free.
Yeah.
California had very conservative rule, largely Republican, but some very liberal attitudes. And consequently, you have the paradise Bernie Sanders talks about, only he wants to tax Wall Street to give everybody a free education, which ain't going to happen.
No.
And it is going to destroy, the economy. But those goals that California set were realized, and it was the migration from the boat people who were refugees from Vietnam. We had to help them. They were our allies. They showed up in mass in overloaded boats. Very liberal governor, Jerry Brown, said, I can't take care of my own impoverished people. Why am I responsible for these refugees? And it's a perfect example of what happens when you open your borders and you cause these wars that create refugees. We had no business in Vietnam, and that's what happened. And it broke the system.
All right.
So you want to look at dynamics, those are just some things to think about.
All righty. Okay, Franklin. I thank you for your call today. Much
Talk to you soon.
Have a
Stay
good
dry.
one. You too. Bye-bye. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Okay, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
Okay,
Good. Who am I speaking with?
Elizabeth.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Okay, what I want to discuss is we're, talking about people being put in jail and all that.
Yeah.
All right. Our President of the United States pardoned 1,600 criminals for the January 6th riots. Many of those are back in jail. I don't know if he'll pardon those again. So it's not just, and that was a Republican that did that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not all Democrat. When they talk, they make it sound like every single Democrat isn't any good. Well, every single Republican is the same thing. So I don't know why they always pick on the Democrats.
Well, Elizabeth, I wasn't when I brought up the thing about the new parole board in California. I wasn't trying to pick on Democrats.
No, not you. I'm not saying you. Just in general, when you hear Trump talk or Fox News, it's always picking on the Democrats. And the other thing, if you ask what Trump did, everybody brings up the border, which is a good thing that they're not all coming over here illegally. But when those three, I call them so-called assassination attempts on him happened, not one of them was an immigrant. They were all U.S. citizens. So it's the same thing there. We have those same kind of people in the United States already that are citizens that are doing terrible things, and not every immigrant is bad. So that's
and I've never said that either.
No, I'm not saying you.
But the fact of the matter is, Elizabeth, when it comes to immigration, we do have laws on the book. There is a proper way to come into the United States. And if you don't follow those rules, you are breaking the law. So their first act in coming into the United States is breaking federal law. Now, I will also add this into the equation. Part of President Trump's crackdown on illegal immigration and sending folks back to their country of origin, he is giving them the opportunity to self-deport. You leave on your own volition. You register the fact that you're here, but you're going to go back. We will help you go back. We're going to give you $1,000 to get an airplane ticket or whatever to go back to your country. And if you do this, if you self-deport, you will have the opportunity to return to this country in a legal manner.
Right.
And hundreds of thousands of illegal, I don't know the numbers. I meant to look it up earlier today, and I never got around to it. But I know hundreds of thousands, if not millions, I don't know, have taken the president up on that offer.
Well, my first item that I talked about, do you agree that that was right? Pardon, not checking to see if anybody was a violent criminal, just to pardon 1,600 criminals? Was that a good thing?
I'm assuming you're referring to the people associated with January 6th.
Right, what I talked about when I
Yes.
first came on.
Yes. I think for the most part, I don't have a problem. But for the blanket pardon where it included those that desecrated the Capitol with vandalism and whatnot, I question those. I don't think that they necessarily should have been pardoned.
Now, here's the best one. And it was on your news just now. Supposedly, Iran was going to do something to Air Force One. So they snuck the president off of there, and he got transferred through some other way to get out of that plane. But they left everybody else on the plane. So if Iran would have done something, he would be living and they would be dead. Does that make sense?
I had the same thought, but I don't know how you do it otherwise. They had, what they're reporting is they had credible threat, they had credible information of a credible threat against the life of the President of the United States.
Well, that to me is terrible. That was all right to save his life, but that's okay if, I don't know how many were on that plane. It'd be all right though if they bombed that plane
And I don't,
died.
and I, well, it would have had to have been done by missile because that plane is so well guarded. There's virtually no way anybody's going to get close enough to plant some kind of bomb on board Air Force One. I don't know if the I don't know if the plane that had everybody on it, where they were pretending the president was still on it, I don't know if there was some kind of escort that went along with it when it took off. I would imagine there was. I would imagine there was an Air Force escort. So I don't think the passengers on what was Air Force One, because Air Force One is designated for the plane that the president is on. I don't think they were in any real danger myself.
No, but then he wouldn't have been in real danger either. So anyway, that's all I want to tell you.
You don't take the
else.
chance. You don't take the chance if you have that. If you have the possibility to remove the president from even the slightest chance, you do it.
That's. I thought that was almost hilarious, and I thought, oh boy, they save him and they'll all die.
Yeah. All right. Okay, Elizabeth.
Okay, it was nice talking to you.
Thanks for your call. I appreciate
bye-bye.
it. Bye-bye.
Hey, we're going to take a quick little break, so the caller that just got on line one, bear with us. You'll be first up after this.
If you are looking for a trusted local law firm with a strong commitment to their clients, look no further than Zebley Law Offices. Attorney Zebley has been practicing law in Fayette County for more than 4 decades. Although specializing in bankruptcy, Zebley also handles real estate matters, civil suits, collections, wills, powers of attorney, and more. If you need legal help, go with a name you recognize and trust. Call Zebley Law Offices today at 724-439-9200.
You can go to Big Box Medical Office.
Now serving number 3,943.
Or
Hi, come on in. How are you?
for personal, professional health care you can trust, see Dr. Paul Hartley and nurse practitioners Tara Bozek, Jessica Reckhart, and Stacy Morris, proudly serving our community for over 30 years. Need care today? Walk-ins are always welcome. For your primary care, call Dr. Paul Hartley at 724-437-1109 or visit ppcp.org. Or
Serving number 3,944.
warm weather means you'll be spending more time outside. So enjoy your deck or patio with retractable or fixed awnings from Lifetime Awnings. Made in the USA with manufacturer and customers guarantees, Lifetime Awnings products last. Lifetime Awnings is veteran-owned and operated with a 10% discount to all military veterans and their families. Call Lifetime Awnings 724-554-6067 or email John, the owner, at lifetimeawningsusa@gmail.com.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sproulsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Wow, your dog looks beautiful. We went to Mutt's on Market Street, the dog grooming salon in downtown Brownsville. Samantha has over 10 years dog grooming experience. They work with any dog, any breed, any size.
Didn't it cost a fortune?
No, the prices are great. They offer a full line of grooming and other services.
Mutt's on Market Street, now in the new location, 15 Bridge Boulevard in Brownsville at the old Dukeman's Beer Distributor. Same great service for dogs and cats at the same great prices. Mutt's on Market Street, now in the old Dukeman's in Brownsville. For more information, visit Mutt's on Market Street on Facebook.
Hi everyone, this is Kelly Clark with Autoland Hyundai in downtown Uniontown. SUV season is here, and you can get that new, certified, or select pre-owned all-wheel drive that you've been looking for. It's just a test drive away. Let me show you how simple you can buy or lease your next vehicle. The season is changing, so fall into your best deal with me. Kelly Clark, Autoland Hyundai, 724-208-5281. 724-208-5281. Great selections, super pricing, and deals on your next wheels. Kelly Clark, Autoland Hyundai, 724-208-5281. Kelly Clark, Autoland Hyundai, 724-208-5281. I'll make you a good deal.
Having Hicks & Baugh's drugstore in Uniontown means reliable, quality, and friendly service. Pharmacists Stephen Harper and Seth Miller are ready to answer your health questions and handle all your prescriptions. They offer free delivery, mail-out service, and accept all utility payments, all part of their good neighbor way of doing business. Visit Hicks & Baugh's at 304 Morgantown Street in Uniontown or call 724-437-2828. Open Monday to Friday, 9 to 6, and Saturday until 3.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. Russ Rhodes is my name. I'm your host. Open conversation 724-438-4593. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind. Thanks for holding.
How you doing?
Good, yourself?
All right.
Good.
Listen to your program.
Thanks. Is this Pete?
Yep.
Hi, Pete.
Hey, Pete. How you doing?
Good, yourself?
All right. I agree with that lady that just called in about the president setting up his press corps and his people as decoys and guinea pigs, and he let them take off, even though he snuck him out and put him on a different plane. There was serious threat of a missile. That was what's on television. It was a serious threat. If he had any character, he would have made sure that plane was grounded, never left. And all they had to do was say they had probably a mechanical problem or something, and kept them people there until he was safe. But we all know this president has no character, none at all. He only cares about himself.
Okay.
So I don't know how you feel about it, but that's the way I feel. There's many ways he could have kept his people safe, but he let them take off under serious threat of a missile. There ain't no escort. Another plane flying, like you said, is probably going to intercept the missile. I don't know, but that would be really risky at best. Don't you think?
Yeah. Again, I question. I'd like to know what the reasoning was behind that.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's like I say. They say it was a serious threat of a missile attacking the plane. So he could have grounded that plane. He snuck him out, and he was already safe on his way.
Yeah.
He could have gave orders to ground that plane and keep that plane there until he was safe, and then they could announce that.
All right, just playing devil's advocate here a little bit, Pete. Okay. So let's say you go through with the scenario you just painted. He takes off. You know, the Air Force One is, quote unquote, grounded for mechanical reasons. once the president landed because he went to England, I believe, on that, it would have been known that he was no longer in the country. Who's to say Iran or whoever the perpetrators were in this plot, and I think it's been reported as Iran, went ahead and shot anyway, just as, hey, you know what? Okay, we're not going to get the president. We're still going to shoot it down. We're going to get a bunch of his staff. We're still going to harm the government. So, I mean, you still have that possible scenario as well. So, you know, how do you counteract that?
Well, he's in England.
I understand that. I understand that. I'm saying
he could let the people aboard that plane get on other planes and fly out of there safe. I mean, if he really worried about his own people, you know. But I got something else to say.
All right.
You know, all the time when I was growing up, we was in the military, and it was always under assumption that you would not kill world leaders, that you did not go after them because you needed say somebody in charge, okay, and you didn't go after them because they could come after our president. And that's what happened. I mean, they're supposed to have killed all them Iranian leaders, Iranian general, all that, and now they're after him. He ain't going to be safe no matter where he goes, no matter what kind of secret service he has, and anybody around him is going to be in trouble. So I don't know. You know, it's a shame that he let that plane take off. But that's my opinion. That's
okay.
all. Hey, thanks for letting me say it.
Not a problem, Pete. Thanks for your call. Appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, 724-438-4593. Both lines are now open. So give me a buzz. What else is on your mind? We can go with, you know, what we've been chatting about. If there's something else. Dr. Anthony Fauci text messages from his government-issued phone have been released. There was a big release of information yesterday. The one that's causing a lot of front-page news right now is a text chain between Dr. Anthony Fauci, former then director of the CDC, Dr. Rochelle Walensky, and Dr. Vivek Murthy. They were discussing the mRNA vaccine for COVID. This goes back to the pandemic, by the way. And Dr. Fauci, in these text messages, stated his concern of pregnant women taking the vaccine, and that could possibly cause miscarriage in a first trimester. So he was doing that privately, but publicly, he was urging everyone to take the vaccine. And in some cases, people were mandated to take the vaccine or they'd lose their job. This included pregnant women. So how do you reconcile the two? 724-438-4593.
Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Yes, Russ, how are you?
Good, James, you?
Good. First of all, about the Dr. Fauci thing, yeah, I definitely think that was, I've always said that was something that was weird from the get-go. We were all duped like sheep standing in line. We looked like fools. I think they did it for many reasons. One was the economy. I think they were laughing that they had that control over us. But, you know, both sides have really screwed this up because after that you have, you know, MAGA, Maha, whatever, coming out and saying that Tylenol was bad, causing problems. The president stood there and said that with others. That wasn't true. And then also stating that, you know, about these vaccines, there was so much fear caused that now school children going back now are dealing with measles outbreaks because everybody is so scared to death to get any vaccine. So they've really messed that up. Moving on, the big news that I'm surprised you haven't mentioned is with Israel. And Israel has said, Netanyahu said a couple days ago, that they would not be a part of participating in the Abraham Accords, and that the 15-point peace plan that Trump laid out, they were not down with the 15 points. They said, no, we're not abiding by that.
I haven't heard this, James.
Right, they are not abiding by that. Also, he had made the statement that as long as he was prime minister, and this is you got to remember that this is not just him talking. This is the country talking. This is 80% of the country feels this way. And his statement was that as long as he's prime minister, we will not be leaving Gaza. The only way we leave Gaza is if Hezbollah puts down their weapons, and who determines if Hezbollah does that? They do. Israel does. So they're not going to leave Gaza. The other thing that he stated was somebody had brought up a 5-mile corridor area that would be kind of like untouched, a Palestinian place, which would lead to a Palestinian state. He made the statement that as long as he's prime minister, that would never be recognized. So this is what's going on there, and because of that, again, you're going to have turmoil, more and more turmoil, and the only way this stops is we have to say enough's enough. We're out. You're on your own. This is what has to be done. And you look at what's going on in Ukraine and between Ukraine and Russia. This could be us, and we need not be drawn into this war, because for every one Ukrainian soldier that gets killed, there's 8 Russian soldiers that gets killed. And this is low budget, Russ. This is something I've never thought Ukraine could pull this off, but they are doing it with stuff that they find in the junk pile. I mean, they are making drones and stuff that cost very little than the ships, the tanks, the planes that we have. This weaponry and this warfare has passed the 20th century by. Does that make sense? I mean, we've kind of gone a route where we think you're going to spend more. No, you don't need to spend more. You just need maybe more of. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, you just maybe need more of, and I think that's the thing that they have. You just look at this, and I think the best scenario is for us to say, hey, enough's enough, we're out, because you continue to spend money over there. There's the threat of more lives. You're using up more and more of your ammunition and of your supplies, and it's taken a long time to make. It's a threat. So that's how I look at it. And you see that these guys are never, and everybody knows that there's never going to be peace as long as some of these leaders are involved. And this is what's going on. One last thing, the David Hearn case as well. Did you've been paying attention to that? The David Hearn case.
Refresh my memory.
David Hearn was supposedly the U.S. Olympian in the 2000s. I think he was for canoeing or some type of water sport that supposedly damaged the reflecting pool.
Yes.
But now Judge Janine and Trump said he was definitely guilty. Now Tom Edelman, the U.S. District Attorney, said no, that there was no evidence and the charges were dropped.
Yes.
Trump admitted last week, saying that yes, there were damage caused by it hastily being done, but he didn't let this kid off the hook. He continued to say that, well, he was guilty and there's proof. There's no proof. This is the kid. The charges have been dropped, but this is again our president continuing to move forward with what he believes, despite what is the truth. So, one last thing, Russ. Israel in 2024 gave $127 million to Democrats and Republicans, donated money to their campaigns. 108 million so far this year. It'll probably be 200 million because we're not even at the primaries. Why would a foreign country donate money to a Democrat and Republicans' election campaigns? Any idea?
Well, they're just like anybody else, they're lobbying. They're hoping for an ear that will listen.
Exactly, to do their bidding.
Now,
So this is
now, I will point out, okay, yeah, it might be Israel, but it's not Israel, it's AIPAC. So foreign countries are not allowed to contribute.
Oh, I get what you're saying, but there's also other ways to give. There's also other ways to give, and this is where, you know, if you have a business, you're running for Congress, but if you have a business, if you're involved in this or that, there's hands being washed, backs being scratched, and this is what goes on. So this is our government.
All right.
This is our government at its
James,
finest.
got to go.
Thanks,
Got
Russ.
another call. Thanks for the call. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hey, Russ, how are you?
Is this Chester?
This is Chester.
Wow, here's a voice from the past.
Yeah, he's working an alternate shift right now. He's heading to work.
Okay.
So, you know, my thoughts on the swimmer, whatever his name was, and I don't recall his name, that pulled off part of the liner. I think there's no doubt it was the installation was defective, faulty, improperly performed, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also no question he took from the picture, it looked like a 12-inch by 12-inch section and removed it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, if the city of Uniontown contracts somebody to build a brick wall and the wall starts falling apart and I go over and pull a brick out, or I pull out a 12 by 12-inch area of the wall, have I vandalized that wall? I think I have. Now, you could argue that if not for poor craftsmanship, I could not have done that.
Uh-huh.
But the poor craftsmanship doesn't negate the fact that I removed a section of it and I had no right to do such. So yeah, I think the guy's still guilty of at least vandalism. Now, you know, I don't honestly, I don't know what federal statute or law he was originally being charged with.
Right.
But if nothing else, it was a piece of federal property. You can't even go out to Fort Necessity and, in theory, pick a flower.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Absolutely, yeah. Well, you know, it's kind of like, all right, so when I was probably about 5, and my sister would have been 4, thereabouts. My mother would take us grocery shopping with us. And my sister and I would go to the candy aisle. And this particular grocery store had loose penny candy, you know. We used to search for candy that was already unwrapped. and in our 5-year-old and 4-year-old, you know, minds, our rationalization, well, nobody's going to buy this anyway. And so we would, you know, help ourselves to already unwrapped candy. Well,
but it's still not yours to take.
It was still theft. I mean, my mom caught us. We were chewing gum. Where'd you get the gum? And we told her. And, yeah, we got punished because it was still shoplifting. Doesn't matter that it was bad, that you know, that nobody else would buy it because it was unwrapped.
Right.
It was still shoplifting.
Well, it's and I guess my last point, it's no different than if a grocery store throws out expired food in the dumpster. It's still illegal to get into their dumpster and remove that stuff. You can't dumpster dive, folks.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't. You can, but you could also face penalty for that.
Yeah.
So, you know, the same thing, in my opinion, goes with this liner. You know, it was poorly done. I think we should recover every penny from the contractor.
Sure.
Or make them go back and do the job correctly.
Which I think they're doing.
But honestly and truly, like I said, he removed what appeared to be roughly a 12-inch by 12-inch area, and that's vandalism. If if somebody spray paints the wall downtown, and then I come by a day later and put more paint on it, I've still vandalized.
Yeah.
Maybe I was the second one to vandalize. I covered up the original vandalization. But in any case, hey, real quick, the Middle East, I don't think people understand that, they're using this area of land that's under, that the Israelis are in contention with. They use that to stage raids into Israel. It'd be no different than your neighbor allowing the other neighbor on the other side of their house to use their property to vandalize or raid into your house. As long as the Palestinians allow terrorist activity in their country, this is what you're going to have.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And I'm sorry for your luck. Control your country, and you won't have these problems.
Yeah. Oh, all righty.
All right.
Hey, Chester. Good hearing
have
from
a good
you.
one.
Good hearing from you.
Yeah, always. Best to Deb. Say a prayer for her every night.
Well, thank you very much. Much appreciated. She's
Yep.
on her way to full healing. So
excellent.
We'll get there eventually. So, all righty.
Hey, take care.
Hey, Chester. We'll talk again soon. Thanks for the call.
Bye-bye.
Hey, we got to take our last break of the afternoon. When we come back, you and I together, we're going to close out what's on your mind. We have been brought to you this hour by Gary's Auto Sales, Hicks & Baugh's Drugstore, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, K2 Engineering, Madewell Services, Bright Stripe Seal Coating and Line Striping, AR Roofing and Remodeling, and these fine folks.
Wind, hail, sudden leaks. When your roof takes a beating, we're here for you at AR Roofing and Remodeling. We're a locally and veteran-owned contractor available 24/7 for repairs. As an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor, we get the job done right. Call 724-550-3064 or visit arremodels.com for your free estimate.
That sneeze was in a different zip code, and I still felt the germs.
Relax, Randy. I went to Montgomery Medical. I'm fully shielded.
Like a flu shot?
Flu, COVID, the works. If you haven't caught up on your shots yet, they'll get you sorted in minutes. It's basically a suit of armor, but with less clanking. Then do the double shot. After Montgomery Medical, head over to Renew You Medispa. I got their immunity IV drip.
A Medispa?
You relax, you hydrate, and you give your immune system a VIP upgrade.
Montgomery Medical, a family tradition of family medicine.
The music stopped when I started having knee pain.
For gospel singer Andrea Michaud, knee pain was keeping her from doing what she loves. That's when she turned to orthopedic surgeon Jason Kinney, MD, and the team at WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital.
I am singing his praises.
Our patients benefit from large health system expertise and community hospital comfort. Learn more at wvumedicine.org/Uniontown.
Laurel Ridge Eye Care reminds us that vision problems may develop so slowly you don't even notice until you find yourself reading less and straining to focus. If that's happening to you, call Dr. Aaron Sobel at Laurel Ridge Eye Care for a complete vision exam. If there's one thing you shouldn't overlook, it's your vision. Laurel Ridge Eye Care and board-certified ophthalmologist Dr. Aaron Sobel remind you that early detection of eye disease can help prevent blindness. Their complete vision exams can help determine if you are developing problems. Laurel Ridge Eye Care offers full-service medical, surgical, and laser eye care with cataract surgery performed at Uniontown Hospital. Don't take chances with your eyes. Schedule your appointment today by calling Laurel Ridge Eye Care at 724-437-2222. That's 724-437-2222. All insurances are accepted, as well as Visa, MasterCard, and debit card at Laurel Ridge Eye Care, 130 West Fayette Street in the former Hockey Funeral Home.
Benjamin F. Goodwin, voted Fayette County's best attorney, and the entire award-winning Goodwin Como Law team have been trusted by your friends and neighbors for the past 20 years. From estate planning and administration to personal injury, workers' compensation, family law, and criminal defense, they deliver dedicated, personalized representation with 2 convenient offices in Uniontown and Bell Vernon. Visit GoodwinComo.com or call them at 724-438-1616 for your free initial consultation. Goodwin Como, righting wrongs, securing justice.
Bright Stripe, Fayette County's premier asphalt seal coating professionals. Locally owned by Matt and Lexi George. Bright Stripe specializes in residential and commercial asphalt seal coating, also excelling in line striping and layouts, thermoplastic, and infrared asphalt repair. Bright Stripe has succeeded due to their commitment to quality work for 30 years. Bright Stripe, 724-437-6090, or visit bright-stripe.com. BRITE-stripe.com.
Everything is growing, and Madewell Services is here to help. They offer full lawn care service, including mulching, landscaping and planting, weekly grass cutting, power washing, and more. Madewell Services also provides professional cleaning services for your home or office, moving in or out service, party cleanups, weekly cleanings, and junk removal. Licensed and insured for peace of mind. Call Madewell Services today at 724-912-1805. That's 724-912-1805 for a free estimate.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. Open conversation, 724-438-4593.
Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hi, Russ. Thanks for the info. I'm a little confused with this guy calling in saying something about Israel gave donations or something. Did I understand that? Because I just called Congressman Glenn Thompson's office to check on that, and she said federal law prohibits federal donations.
Yes, it does. It does. So I think what he's referring to. So there is a PAC. Its acronym is APAC, and it's AIPA, American. I think it's American Israeli Political Action Committee, APAC. And so it is considered a well, it's a PAC that lobbies Congress on Jewish for the Israeli nation and Jewish concerns. And so APAC does donate a ton of money to congressional and Senate campaigns. Now, I think where James was going with this is that I think what he's alleging is that the state of Israel funnels money to Congress through AIPAC. Whether that's the case or not, I don't know. I don't know. You know, you can go and see where AIPAC gets their money from because they are federally registered with the Federal Election Committee. So they have to supply financials just like campaign candidates do. They have to list where they got their money from. They have to list who they're giving their money to.
Okay.
So if you follow the money that way,
following the law, then that makes them following that prohibition.
Yeah. So whether that's legal or not, whether Israel can do that, whether AIPAC can do that, I honestly don't know. I think what also James was trying to say that, you know, okay, if I own a company that manufactures shovels, and you know, so therefore to garner the support of my local congressman, Israel buys 1 million shovels from me. So with the idea that, hey, the Congress, hey, Israel helped my constituents, so I'm going to help them. If that made sense to you.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, all righty.
Well, thanks. I appreciate that. But
I gotta run.
that was.
Yeah.
Hey, God is good. Have
Thanks,
a good
Regina.
night.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Hey, we are out of time. We'll be back tomorrow. Pirate baseball tonight, 6:15 pregame, 6:40 first pitch. Right now, Fox News is on its way, followed by the local news with Brian. This is What's on Your Mind, WMBS Uniontown. It is 3 o'clock.
The path to the midterms runs through 6 more states. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. And in the Wisconsin governor's race, even Thanksgiving has become an issue. Democratic Socialist Francesca Hong just telling reporters,
I've cooked many great Thanksgiving dinners, and I'm not going to cancel Thanksgiving.
She has also said she's evolved from some past positions.
Now, even though she's in the lead, the Democratic establishment is not so happy with Francesca Hong. She's too far left for them. So the outgoing governor, Tony Evers, is campaigning with one of her primary opponents, David Crowley.
Fox's Mike Tobin in Milwaukee. On the Republican side, Congressman Tom Tiffany considered the front runner. In South Carolina, Republicans will choose a new Senate nominee after the death of Lindsey Graham, whose sister Darlene was appointed to finish the final months of his term.
I want to work hard every single day for the people in South Carolina. That's why I want to do this, not to be a politician, not for self-ambition, not for power. I want to continue helping the people of South Carolina.
Also telling reporters with 9 other candidates in the race, she expects a runoff in 2 weeks. It's also decision day in Alabama, Vermont, Connecticut, and Minnesota, where a Senate race is splitting Democrats.
Congresswoman Angie Craig got a lot of blowback over her vote for the Laken-Riley Act.